Hi everyone, I'd like to show you the simplest method of writing a coherent essay for IELTS Task 2. Writing a coherent essay is crucial if you want to achieve a high score in IELTS, but it can be a bit tricky for some. That said, asking questions can be a helpful tool in ensuring that your essay is well structured and logical. I'll be using this topic to explain the questioning approach. Some people believe that the only way to reduce crime is to give longer prison sentences. Others, however, think there are alternative ways to reduce crime. Discuss both sides and give your own opinion. To understand the topic well, ask the following questions from yourself. What is the topic of the essay? What is the argument presented by one side of the debate? What is the argument presented by the other side of the debate? And what is the purpose of the essay? Here, the topic of the essay is crime reduction, and the debate over whether longer prison sentences are the only solution or whether there are alternative ways to reduce crime. One side of the debate argues that longer prison sentences are necessary to reduce crime. The other side of the debate argues that there are alternative ways to reduce crime. And the purpose of the essay is to discuss both sides of the debate and provide our own opinion on the issue. Before getting started, it is important to organize your ideas and thoughts by creating a plan. It allows you to organize your ideas and thoughts, which helps in creating a well-structured and coherent essay. A good plan will also help you to stay focused on the topic, avoid repetition, and ensure that you have included all the necessary information in your essay. Moreover, planning helps in saving time and effort during the writing process. When you have a clear idea of what you want to write, you can avoid writer's block, and the process of writing becomes smoother and more efficient. In this particular essay, we will discuss both sides of the argument of reducing crime. To support side 1, we can provide statistics or examples that demonstrate how longer prison sentences can deter criminals and provide justice for victims and their families. To support side 2, we can provide evidence from studies that show how providing inmates with education and job training reduces their likelihood of reoffending once they are released from prison. After jotting down our ideas for each side of the topic, we can begin writing the introduction. It's important to keep the introduction short and simple. All we need to do is paraphrase the topic, mention that we will be discussing both sides, and then we'll present our personal opinion. This helps to set the tone for the rest of the essay and give the reader a clear understanding of what to expect. Here is the sample introduction. There are differing opinions regarding the most effective way to reduce crime. While some argue that longer prison sentences are the only solution, others suggest alternative approaches. This essay will explore both perspectives and provide a personal viewpoint. This is my introduction. When writing our first body paragraph, it's important to ask specific questions in order to effectively discuss side 1 of the topic. These questions include: what is the argument presented by side 1? In this case, it's like those who advocate for longer prison sentences argue that this is the best way to deter criminals from committing crime. What are the potential benefits of longer prison sentences that this group considers the best way? Longer prison sentences can serve as a form of justice for the victims and their families, and they can also prevent criminals from committing crimes by keeping them off the streets. Can you provide examples or studies that support this argument? According to a recent study, longer sentences for violent crimes such as murder and rape led to a significant decrease in the murder of such crimes. The concluding sentence of the paragraph should connect the discussed points to the thesis statement of the essay, reinforcing the idea that longer prison sentences can be an effective solution to reducing crime. Therefore, it is reasonable to believe that longer prison sentences can be an effective solution to reducing crime. Moving on the second body paragraph, let's ask ourselves the following questions. What argument is presented by side 2? Here is the argument. On the other hand, some people believe that longer prison sentences are not the only solution to reducing crime. If longer prison sentences are not the only solution, what alternative approaches to reducing crime do they suggest? Let's read their suggestion. They argue that alternative approaches such as community service, rehabilitation programs, and education can be just as effective in preventing recidivism. Do they have any evidence to support the effectiveness of these alternative approaches? For instance, studies have shown that providing inmates with education and job training reduces their likelihood of reoffending once they are released from prison. And then, your concluding sentence, therefore, it is important to consider alternative approaches that can address the root causes of crime. Writing a conclusion for both sides' essay is actually quite easy. Simply use although to restate the constructing viewpoints and clearly state which side you align with. This is my conclusion for this essay. In conclusion, although longer prison sentences may be perceived as an effective way to reduce crime, I believe that it is crucial to consider alternative approaches that tackle the underlying causes of crime and equip offenders with the necessary tools to reintegrate into society. Asking questions can help you develop your ideas coherently, and with practice, you can master this skill and excel in your writing task too. Wishing you the best of luck.